I'm going to show you how to make the most iconic Filipino dish completely plant-based. Back in May, the restaurant participated in Filipino Restaurant Month. And of course, we wanted to do something completely distinctly Filipino, but also vegan. Now, as you know, Filipino cuisine is a love story of the many different cultures that left their mark on our cooking, including Malay, Chinese, American, and of course, Spanish. But no other dish is more iconic than chicken adobo.
Adobo is a versatile dish. There are a few regional variations, but they all share a common ingredient, which is vinegar. Back in the days before refrigeration, cooking proteins in vinegar was a way to preserve them. As time went on, different regions added their own distinct flavors to the dish by adding ingredients like turmeric, annatto, or in this classic version, soy sauce. In a recent interview with Calgary's Avenue magazine, I've been blessed with the opportunity to share my thoughts on this famous dish. When I was asked why it was my favorite, the reason was simple. Chicken adobo is the most distinctly Filipino dish which can be made relatively simply. So simple in fact that you probably already have the ingredients to make it in your pantry as we speak. Now you can make adobo from almost any protein, and that's exactly what we're going to do today, as we'll be using plant-based drumsticks. Of course, if you don't have those, you can also use tofu, seitan, fried gluten balls, or jackfruit. For the best results, you want a protein that has the ability to soak up all that braising liquid. So we're going to start with a pot or braising pan on medium heat with 2 tablespoons of oil. As it heats, add a sliced white onion, 6 cloves of minced garlic, a teaspoon of whole peppercorns, and 2 bay leaves. We're just going to slowly cook that until we sweat the onions and the garlic becomes fragrant. Into that pot, you're going to add 300 grams of your protein of choice and cook it until it all gets a little color.
Next, I'm going to add a cup of vegan chicken stock or veggie stock and an optional splash of shaoxing cooking wine to deglaze. I'm also adding a can of coconut milk. Turn the heat up to high and bring to a boil, and then we're going to bring it down to a simmer. Then I'm going to add some soy sauce to taste, about half a cup. Then add the vinegar. Most recipes ask for equal parts soy sauce and vinegar, but I always add the vinegar to taste. You want to add enough to add a slight acidic bite to the savoriness, but it's up to your taste. I'm also adding a touch of dark soy sauce for a little color. You can also sub browning liquid or a similar caramel coloring component. So once all that's done, I'm going to cover it and simmer it for a few minutes so that the flavors have time to mingle. The beauty of making comfort food vegan, it's so much faster than braising a piece of meat for hours at a time, not to mention the chicken or pig that you just saved. At this point, when your protein is good to go, give it a taste. Is it delicious? For the final part of this recipe, just crank the heat up and reduce the sauce to thicken, tasting along the way. When it's the perfect thickness and savoriness, you're done. Of course, nothing goes better with adobo than some freshly steamed rice. If you really want to make it special, add a good sprinkling of fried garlic or shallots as well. You won't be disappointed.
What I really want to do first is put more sauce on this rice. You need lots of sauce. And with this recipe, luckily you have a lot of sauce, so let's do that right now. So this is comfort food. It's really not meant to be looking pretty. Although, you know, I made it look pretty, but you want to cover everything in the sauce. The rice especially, because the rice is really good. Check this out. See, it's all enveloped in that wonderful coconut-based, savory, soy, little bit of acid from the vinegar. Let's try the chicken. I'm not gonna make this any neater. It is what it is. The meatiness of this really goes well with the sauce and the rice, and Okay, so now I got a bite with everything. Let's take a look. So you got rice, meat, sauce, onions, a little bit of peppercorn. Nostalgia. Nostalgia, this is a classic Filipino dish, and of course, it's all plant-based. Awesome. So that is my recipe for a plant-based chicken adobo. As always, take it with you, make it yours, and have fun in the kitchen, which brings me to my question of the day. Which Asian dish would you like to see me make vegan? Let me know in the comments down below. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And of course, hit that bell icon to be updated whenever new episodes drop. And we'll see you on the next one.